Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Intuitive Energy Forecast for February 28th, 2022. I'm Arlene Grace, an intuitive energy coach, master numerologist, and channel. Okay, so as I feel into this energy today, I receive a vision. And the vision that I get is of a little boy, and he's about 6 years old. And he's been thinking about creating this thing. He has all of his blocks together, Lego. And in his mind, he has a picture of what it is that he wants. And he wants to build a castle. And so he's going ahead and he's building this castle. And when he's done, he's not necessarily happy with it, but he's satisfied with it. And he's taking a look at it. And, he didn't take, I don't want to say he didn't take the time, but some of the Lego pieces aren't really secure and the foundational pieces aren't really holding strong. And so he's assessing it and he's like, it's okay. It'll do what I do. And he grabs some of the Lego men and he starts to play in his castle, but it starts to fall apart. The walls start to fall and all of these other things. And this little girl shows up and she's about 6 years old. And he's looking at the little girl and she basically takes his castle apart. She just destroys it, right? And so within minutes, he's looking at her and he's upset, he's sad, and he's like, what have you done? And he's looking around him and all of the pieces are there, just lying all over the place. And she walks over to him, or she gets closer to him. She puts her hand over his heart and she says, all is well. Let's do this again. I'll do this with you. And she almost goes into his thought bubble and she pulls out the idea that he wants, and it almost now looks like it's on paper. And so she places it on the floor beside them, and together they construct this beautiful castle. In fact, it ends up being stronger and sturdier and bigger than what he actually had imagined. It's more than. And before he can go over and look at her and say, oh my gosh, like, thank you so much, she disappears and she becomes this beautiful, like, little star above his head. And as I'm looking at this, it's like she represents his intuition. She represents his spirit. She represents creation, creator, God, always guiding us, and in this case, the little boy, to create the things that we desire, that we don't have to know how we're inspired into the how. We don't have to jump ahead. We simply have to know what it is that we want to do, what it is that we want. And so this energy today is of the 9 and the 10 of clubs. And the 9 is really speaking to us, saying, you came here to love you. You came here to discover what that meant. And that for every person, that's going to mean absolutely something different. Someone's going to see it differently. Someone's going to feel it differently. They're going to express it differently. They're going to act on behalf of it differently. And yet that's the journey that all of us are taking, whether or not you know that to be true. That we are here to fall in love with ourselves, which means we are here to discover who we are and to know what it is that we want so that we can bring that into fulfillment. And so this 9 energy is really, it is that of the Lego, that everything had to be destroyed there, but it wasn't lost. All of the pieces were there, and that all of those pieces were brought back together to create something even more fulfilling than what he wanted. And so there's this letting go of ideas, of mental thoughts, of people, of ideas, of beliefs, of all of those things, so that what he was creating, he could love even more. Right? And this loving himself will speak to children. Children love themselves. They come here as love. And there's this forgetting. Right? There's this forgetting as they start to observe others, as they start to take on ideas of the parents, of religion, of society. There's this forgetting of who they are. And the same thing has really happened for us. We forget who we are because we take on ideas and beliefs that our parents had set up for us. We started to see them as us, and how they felt about us was really what we took on, right? How they felt about themselves is how they treated us. Correction. And so with this 9, it's what is ready to just fall away? What are you letting go of so that you can graduate into this higher level of success, this higher level of fulfillment? The 10 of clubs is really speaking to, this deep integrity and knowing and focus in the direction of what it is that you desire. It's this ability to see what it is that you have in your life, whatever it is that you're intending upon. It could be your business, it could be communication in a different way, it could be, having conversations with your partner, with your business partners, with in social relations. It could be your own business, your lifestyle, right? Based on loving yourself and moving that out. And so in that, there's this, are you willing to allow things to fall away? Are you paying attention to what doesn't match anymore? Do you actually know what it is that you want to bring into success for you? Do you know what success means for you? Because success in its very nature does not mean the same thing for everyone else as well. It's not a prescription of that white picket fence with that big mansion and the 3 cars in the driveway and 2.5 kids and all of those things, whatever that is for you, right? It's this coming back to, well, what does success mean for me? And what is it that I'm willing to move forward with, right? And so in this, it's taking the lead in your own life, taking the lead in the construction of it, taking the lead in the construction of who you are and moving that out into the world. And the knowing that there may be disappointments as things fall away, but are you willing to use that energy to create what it is that you actually desire? And are you willing to land into trust that you are always guided? This little girl was him. It was a part of him that we all have within us. It was that spark. We all have this spark within us that is guiding us and moving us in the direction of what we truly desire. In fact, it knows what we desire. Some of us just forget. And it's the noticing of, where is it that I might be dishonest with myself in this? Where is it that I might be misplacing ideas outside of me? Where is it that I'm waiting for someone else to pick up the slack? Where is it that I'm waiting for someone else to do the thing for me when really and truly I have the answer here? Am I looking out for my coach to tell me what to do? Am I looking out there for my parent to tell me what to do? Am I looking out there to wait for the government to tell me what to do? And those are just examples, right? And so there's this beautiful opportunity here to really move in the direction of what it is that you want, to come into a focus in your wholeness. And so today, take that opportunity, take an opportunity to come back into you, whether that's in meditation, in presence, in just quiet contemplation, to notice what you have in your life and to see what can I allow, what is wanting to just fall away. Because this falling away will create this space, and it might look messy, right? Those Lego pieces were everywhere, but they all came back together to make something more than what he could even imagine. And that is the possibility today, to use this energy to support you in moving in that direction. Because tomorrow we move into another energy. We move into March, which is all about 9. And so imagine that today is a preparation of what is falling away. Tomorrow we'll start to feel that as a collective. Things will be falling away, both in your life and in your external experience in the world. Things will start to fall away. Things will start to come to light. You will have this beautiful opportunity to see the truth of things even more deeply, both in your own self, in your own life experience with your family, with your partnerships, with your business, all of those things, and in the world. So can you imagine the possibilities that are available there for you? So you're here to love yourself. You're here to fall in love with you. What does it mean for you? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? What do you hear when you feel the sensation in your body? Do you feel that? Does it mean taking time for you? Does it mean paying attention to your values so that you can see whether or not you're acting on behalf of them? Can you take an opportunity today to just regroup so that you can make life much more simple as we continue to move forward into March? I feel like March is really asking for simplicity. Mind, emotions, physical body, physical experiences, spirit. It will be the deconstruction of what is complicated. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share and I will be happy to respond. Sending you all so much love and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.